What's up? What's going on, everybody? So let's get started. Okay, where is the webinar questions? Okay, do you use EMA crossover for entry? And if so, do you get in after the pullback? Because sometimes I wait and it just continues to blast off. So yes, I do use the EMA crossover for entry. So if you take a look here, on Friday, right? What happened was we take over here. We have a little bit of a wedge that was kind of set up right here, and we had the EMA crossover and we pushed up. So how I like to do this is I will enter a small position, right? So for example, at the first candle close, I'll enter with 5, right? Then as I see it breaking above, say, psychological levels, I'll be quick to enter and get out as the move continues to push up. Now, not every time, this is why I scale in on these type of plays, or almost every single play I try to scale in, is because if you're wrong, it's not going to hurt as much, you know? Um, this is a game of probability, and sometimes our ideas or mass emotions um, are not on the same page as you. So that's something I look to do when I'm entering a position. For example, right here, um, you could have entered on this candle close, right? You could have entered right there. Then once it held 805 on the second candle right here, um, I would have added more and definitely took some off once we started breaking 810. That's another psychological level, and probably the rest somewhere around here. But these are some good plays and some good things to follow. And obviously, using the 9 EMA as because the probability as you're in the trade changes. So using the EMA, it just shows me the strength in the move if it's going to continue or not. Let's take a look at some other questions. Does anybody use the 10, 25, and 200 EMA when they're trading? I was in a Bazinga bootcamp stream and it was suggested just trying to sharpen my toolbox for next week and for the future of the course. Yeah, I would use the 50 and 200 EMA on the larger time frames, the daily, 4 hour, the weekly, and the smaller EMAs, just so you understand the momentum and the strength of the move. I would just stick to the 9 and 21 EMA. I like both of them. The other ones is just it's a matter of preference. As you use them, as you experience them, if it could consistently get you gains, uh, go for it. Hey, what's going on, my man? What's going on? Any questions? Okay, let's go over something here. So, when you're trading gaps, right? Um, this is how I look for gaps. I usually like looking for them on the larger time frames. like Disney, I have a gap. There we go. Let me clear this up for you guys. So if you go on the larger time frame, right? We do have a gap here. So this was Investors Day. The stock pushed up about $10, right? Then we had it was struggling with around 183. The stock pushed down, right? Kind of filled the gap, and there's still about $5 for the gap right here. So this is a box that I will always have. Um, Maybe not now, maybe in a couple of months, a couple of years, it'll come back to it, and that's why I have it there. Just so I understand that most of the time, there's a high probability that stocks will fill this gap. What's going on, T? You have any questions? Let me take a look. What's up, everybody? You guys have any questions for me today? Don't be shy now. What's up? How was everybody's trading week? So nobody has questions for me? No way.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, my man? What's going on, Evan?
What's up, bro? How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, did you have a good week?
Absolutely, man. I was first thing I wasn't around snow for a majority of the week, so that's a blessing. And man, it was a pretty good week. Tesla's been pretty volatile. So
Yeah,
and also, yo, like weed stocks have been blowing up.
for sure, dude. Like, it's been going crazy. I've been liking some of the moves for sure. Uh, I haven't played Tesla in a while, but on Friday, that was the first time I've played Tesla in a while. I'm using kind of a smaller account.
Okay.
So I had a nice trade there. I want you to check out this trade I took though, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
I
sure, my
just
man.
want to know your opinion. Should I screen share or should I just tell you where it is?
Just first of all, tell me the ticker
Okay, it was Fubo. This is on Friday.
on Friday.
Yeah.
5 minute chart.
I was using the 1 and 3 minute chart.
Look, uh, switch over to the 5 minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Forget the 1 minute, man. A lot of because for the 1 minute, a lot of people are prone to fake outs, right? So what is a 5 minute candle, right? It's made up of 5 1 minute candles, right? So it's a lot more information and it shows you a lot more of the mass emotions going on. When you're trading, it's just how the majority of people feel about that certain stock at that certain moment.
Yeah. And this week I've been getting it faked out quite a bit. This is kind of like a rough week for me.
It's definitely a slower week than last week.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. This week wasn't too bad. I came out pretty much all green because I wasn't trading. I wasn't in front of my setup, so I wasn't trading aggressively. I was just trading kind of lightly,
Yeah.
getting into the momentum. So another tip that like I could give you
Yeah.
is not every single day is gonna be a day where you make 100 to 1,000%, right?
Yeah.
Those type of plays are they happen once, maybe twice a month, right? What you're doing right now every day is just trying to build a small cushion, say $100 a day, right? So you have an account with 3,000.
Yeah.
After 2 weeks, that account is sitting at 5,000, right? If you see a very high probability play, you're going to be able to risk your cushion plus your initial investment to make even more money, and that's how you progress as a trader. But if you're trying to catch these moves every single day, that's where it starts to hurt.
Yeah.
All right, talk to me about your trade.
So this is Fubo. Like I said, I told you I was doing the 1 and 3 minute, but you told me obviously about the 5, and I agree with you because I've been using the 1 and just been getting faked out so much, man. So, anyways, um, my entry was 10 o'clock. Now, I was waiting the first 15 minutes sitting out. I I usually don't trade 10 o'clock. I think I was being impatient here on this setup, especially. Basically, there was a 9:45 candle that set the high of the day of 45.72,
Okay.
and at 10 o'clock it broke and it kind of held a little bit. So I decided to hop in 2 contracts, and then basically I got stopped out at the 9 there, or just a little bit low. I wanted to see if it could hold the 9 or not, and then
Right here, somewhere around here, right? This is where you got out.
it was 10:05, 10:04 ish.
Okay, so you got out at the green. Okay, so
Yeah,
here's one thing I'm gonna say. One thing is that volume started decreasing
yeah,
as the move was going down. So there was no we wanted to see commitment by other traders, right? And obviously we didn't get that commitment by other traders, right? And
yeah,
another thing that happens around 10 a.m. is uh SPY tends to reverse, right? So for example, if we were dumping from 9:30 to 10, SPY will likely push back up and make a new high a day um, from 10 a.m. and so on.
yeah,
Vice versa. If we were pushing up from 9:30 to 10, at 10 a.m. we'll probably see a sell-off. And if,
yeah,
if you take a look at that, almost every single day around 10 a.m., because that's when most of these hedge funds and institutions start getting into their positions or selling their positions and so forth. So
okay,
that's a reason why from 9:57 to like 10:02, right? I'm just very cautious. I want to
yeah.
see because there's a lot of news that comes out also around 10 a.m.
Yeah, I definitely should have been more cautious and patient here. I decided I was like, I'm gonna hop in here right at 10. That was when I entered the break of 45.72, and exactly what you're saying there, reversed at 10 o'clock down. Now my exit was good, so like I kept the loss small, but could have been avoided entirely if I was just a little more patient here at
Okay.
that 10 o'clock area. And
So what I here's a tip.
yeah,
When you're about to enter a position, one, speak to yourself out loud,
yeah,
right? Because you will actually listen to your voice over here. And when you're not talking at all and you're just looking at the chart, just listening to music, there's so many like thoughts going through your head that you kind of like contradict yourself or like you overthink setups. No, speak out loud and ask the questions
mhm,
that basically are your rules. Oh, is volume there? Yes, it is. Is the candle closing above the level that I'm looking at? Yes. Did it retest my level? Yes. How does the EMA look like? Yes. And you just keep repeating that cycle until you get out of the position.
yeah,
You understand what I'm saying here?
yeah. I understand. I
But
noticed Z does that a lot.
that's something that will help you with your patience and your discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's nobody here that's gonna hold your hand, right?
Exactly.
And you can know all your rules, right? But if you're breaking your own rules, that's not on anybody. That's something that you got to work on yourself and progress. That was one of the major things that helped me, is just literally speaking out loud.
Yeah. I have to pay attention to volume more as well. I've noticed like
So here's
I'm
something you could
neglecting
do.
my. Yeah.
So you take off the sub volume graph. So let me teach you something right now. Do you have you
I'm on
have the
interactive brokers, but it might still I might still be able to do what you're about to tell me.
Okay, so what you want to do is basically there's a volume subgraph, right? You
Yeah.
go to equities, and this is the volume subgraph. This is it right here, right?
Yeah.
What I want you to do is actually take this off and add in your studies,
Yeah.
volume average 12. So
So
this is right here.
so is that the 12? One second. The 12 simple moving average?
No, 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 no. So volume average,
Okay. Because
volume average.
on interactive brokers, you can add a volume average as well, and it's
I'll,
volume SMA 9. Should I put it to 12?
yeah, put
Okay.
it to 12. And now change the color to something that really stands out. So for me, I'll probably change it to yellow, right? Boom, apply, boom.
Yeah.
So now it's not showing me green and red volume bars because that doesn't mean anything. The color in the volume bars does not mean anything at all. But when you have something like yellow, you see how it stands out. You're gonna have to definitely pay attention to it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to figure that out because I know I can do something like that.
And another thing that I wanted to tell you, right, is usually when a stock opens at like 9:30, we had a nice big move from 43 to around 46, right? That's a $3 move in about 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You see the size of these candles? No, not even. We had a $3 move in 15 minutes. I apologize. So you see the size of these candles? These are
Very
big
big.
candles.
Yeah.
So this is likely you have to wait for it to take a break and see how it reacts with the key level of 45. Now this is a strong level 45 because it was a pre-market high and also a level that I had previously,
Yeah, I
right?
had that as well.
There you go. So you have to see how it reacts with 45. So we dump, then we pick back up. This is the higher probability play over here.
Yeah.
Because you see the inverse H, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
The entry over 45, or would it be high of day?
So
What would you play here?
for me personally, what I would have done is after I seen the break of 45, with this candle right here, I would have entered on this green candle right here at the beginning of it, for like 3 contracts, right? And as it broke high a day, I would have added maybe 10 contracts for a scalp.
Okay.
The reason is I wasn't watching Fobu, so I don't know if it had news or it had any catalyst. But if it did have some catalyst, I would have probably switched it to a day trade.
Yeah.
But if a stock has no news and we're just strictly trading off of levels, I'm scalping.
So when you're scalping, you're still using that 5 minute.
Yes, but I have, so what I do is the higher time frame to the lower time frame.
Yeah.
So I'll go from the hourly. I'll check out the hourly first. Then I'll check out the 15-minute candle, 15-minute chart. Then I'll check out the 5 minute, then the 3 minute. I took
Okay.
off the 1 minute
You
completely.
don't even look at the 1 minute.
Not anymore, man.
Yeah.
Too many fake outs, too much
Much
BS,
noise. Yeah.
too much noise because it gets me excited. I'm that type of person. When I see a lot of candles, I get excited, right? But when I took it off and I'm focusing on more information, that's how I take the trade now. I focus on the 5 minute.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, I've been noticing that. Okay, that really helps a lot.
No problem, my man. My pleasure.
Can I show you my Tesla trade that I took? I only took
Yeah,
two trades.
go for it. Other people are shy today. I don't know why. Is it because it's a Saturday?
What's going on, Tariq?
What's going on, my
How you
man?
doing? Watch. I had a question once he's done, though. I was
Sure,
waiting.
no problem.
All right, so Tesla trade yesterday.
Okay. Oh,
Yep.
okay, okay. Gotcha. That's,
It was funny because you guys are actually in voice as well. I don't know if you personally took this play.
was it this play right here below lower down?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 790.
Okay. So I'm gonna explain how I went about this
Yeah.
trade, right? Then what you call it? Then you guys then you tell me how you went about it. All right.
Okay.
So when I first started off the trade, I was watching the lower day, right? So it came out, broke pre-market low, and we dumped, then we picked back up, right? So we have a big psychological level around 800. So 800 is not the place where if it rejects, um, that's it. It's confirmation. You're waiting for that general area. Let's say from 798 to 805 or 795 to 805. That's where the war is going on between buyers and sellers, right? So what I noticed here is we pumped up on this candle, but what happened literally before the candle closed is that we closed all the way back down to 802. So we pushed up all the way to 807, but sellers took control. And on this next candle right here, right, I entered puts for 10 contracts.
Okay.
All right. Now, as the trade is going down, right, all I'm noticing is a lot of wicks at 800, showing me signs of weakness, right? So my trade here was if it goes below 793, I'm looking to add to my position. So right here, I entered 20 more. So I'm in a total of 30 contracts.
So you did not add more at that 955 candle there. Right?
955,
That one
955.
right there. Yeah. When it
This
dipped.
one, right?
Yeah.
No, because the candle didn't close over here.
So
And
you. Oh, okay.
the volume was still kind of weak. But over here, it just showed very signs of weakness. And on level two, there was about 350 buyers on the bid, and they got completely
Yeah.
taken out,
I
and it
remember
showed up on time and sales.
Yeah.
So I was able to get in right before it broke, and I added 20 more contracts. Now over here on my move, obviously I'm still holding 10 contracts from around 801, right? So those are already deep in the profit. So I took off 15 over here just to minimize my risk,
Yeah.
right? And after I see this candle, what does this candle tell you?
A lot of buyers are stepping in or rejected off that. Uh,
Okay, so I this 780 area, 785 area
yeah.
is a very important area to remember because I'm about to show you something from the past. So over here, once I seen that candle, and once I seen what you call it, this candle start to actually push up, and everybody's starting to hit the ask.
Yeah.
I closed out another 15, and I was out of my full position.
Gotcha.
So tell me how you went about this trade.
Okay, so I haven't played Tesla in a while, like probably like a year, and I have a smaller account, so I was doing a bit. I was in the money.
Okay.
One contract. I've gone burned on Tesla before, and I was trying to just play it a little safer. So I entered. So I was watching that 790 break, and I pre-entered once I saw.
So the 790
Yeah.
break you're talking about right here.
Yeah, right here. I entered a pre-break on that 1020 candle. So the candle that, yeah, that one right there. Yeah, basically entry. I saw it push down below that next candle there. So I just entered one contract, and I got out the same, probably around the same time that you did. You got out your 15 contracts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got out around here, right?
No, the other one, the other 10 or yeah, around there.
Okay. So what was wrong with that trade? That's
No.
actually a pretty good trade.
Yeah, I was just showing you my trades. I'm happy with this trade. Like I said, I was using the 1 minute, so I'm getting excited. I get the same shit. Like I'm excited. I see all these candles and stuff, and I did leave a bit on the table, but that's not really.
That's
I'm
not
not
that
mad
really
about that.
doesn't matter. That
Yeah,
as long as you followed your game plan.
yeah,
And man, I know people who held through this candle expecting the stock to like probably push up to 793 and
yeah,
probably continue to move down, and it didn't happen.
yeah.
So I'm glad you got out of your position, especially playing. You were playing same week expiration.
Yeah, I was, and I was this trade. I was looking for a scalp, a minute or two scalp. I wasn't looking for a huge move.
Okay.
I was looking the preems to jump, and I think I got like a 30-cent jump on the preems, and I was like, okay, that's good. I was playing in the money, so I was happy with this trade.
So now this is what I wanted to show you earlier, right?
Yeah,
The last time that Tesla was in this area, right? This is basically an area of demand.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be a specific level, but it was an area of demand where literally as soon as Tesla was around 780, what happened? It pushed up. So same thing came around here. There's a lot of buyers they're like, all right, if Tesla goes to 780, man, I'm willing to buy it. I think it's a fair value for me to purchase it at that price, and that's what happened right there. So now when you go into the intraday time frame, that's exactly what happened.
yeah. That's why you look at the hourly before you're entering your trades. You can see everything.
There you go. Now, if I like another way to like find these supply and demand zones, if you go to if you click on this corner thing right here, where is it? Oh, I don't do this often. There you go. So you come to chart type candle and you change it to line,
Yeah,
right? So it like this is basically Robinhood.
yeah,
So you hop into like the let's say the daily, right? You'll get a better understanding of where the supply zones are, right? So you could tell right here we had a major sell off from 885, and what happened? Huge buy, huge reversal.
yeah,
So that's like an area that you could literally just box out. You're like, okay, so every time Tesla gets into this area right here, we know that there's a lot of buyers sitting in that area.
yeah.
And that's something that's like a way I look at it.
Okay, okay.
What's going on, my man T? What's your question?
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
No problem, my man.
I think he left. Yeah, I think he left.
Oh, he probably had to leave. All
Yeah.
right. Any other questions from anybody?
I wanna I want to see if someone else has a question because I don't want to be hogging up the time. You know what I mean? But
No,
Yeah,
just go
what's
for
up,
it.
Tariq?
What's up?
I have a question, but the thing is, I'm driving now. I just got off. I'm on my phone, but I don't know if you could check a trade for me that I took yesterday.
Sure. So look, I always record these webinars. So if you're driving, I get it. When you get back to it, just take a look at it. I'll post it on YouTube.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So
So
I mean,
what's
so
the
like, I've been doing much better. Like this year, I have yesterday was my third red day only, and also I've been like feeling much better. But yesterday, I think I rushed into this train to QS quantum space, I think it is.
okay?
So I know that there was an upgrade on this one, and I was checking the 52 level, and I think is the second or third. I got into the second candle, a green one. I think it's when it broke the 52 level. So I knew that it was a bit too early, but I wanted to anticipate a move. And then on the next one, I mainly look at the 5-minute chart, sometimes 15 also, but I was just focused on the 5-minute chart. And then the next one, there's a big red candle. So I was waiting for the third one. And after the big red candle, that next candle, it opened like red also, big time. So I decided to get out on that one. And after I got out a few minutes later, I mean, it was kind of flat. And then at the end of the day, it moved up. I think I wouldn't have made a profit, but maybe like close to break even because I had my risk at 20% because I have kind of a small account. And as soon as I got to 20%, I got out.
Okay. Are you playing OTD?
Yeah, I was playing. Yes, like two strike. No. So I was playing next week expiration. Uh, I was playing the. Well, let me see. I cannot. Let me see if I can check here.
So this
I was playing the 53 call next week expiration.
okay. So can you tell me what time you entered?
Yes, I entered.
9:40.
I entered. Yeah, was 9:36.
Okay. You entered
Yeah,
9:30.
which isn't that. Yeah, 9:30. As soon as it broke the 53. Yeah, I think I saw a lot of volume coming in, so yeah, I got on it. I usually wait till it breaks the level, but this time I got in a little too early.
Okay, guys, here's something that I'll keep preaching. All right. Please wait for the candles to close above your level and to retest that level. The
Yeah,
reason is what you're feeling is greed, straight up, because you're trying to catch that whole move before it runs off, right? But it didn't run off
yeah,
on you, and now you feel bad. You're like, oh man, I should have waited. I should have done this. It messes up your whole psychology for the day. So
yeah,
one, you shouldn't be trading for the first 10 minutes of the day. Two, you gotta wait for the candle to close because look what it's telling you here. It's telling you that sellers took control above 52.69, right? That's the level that I drew on a daily level, right? And
yeah,
it rejected and it fell. Now, if you were a little bit more patient, you would have seen a nice trend here. Look at this. You see the trend right now?
yeah,
You see the pattern that it made.
yeah.
So what is this showcase?
Mr.
It's showcasing indecision, right? Buyers keep stepping up right around this level, right around this trend line, and boom, we get a breakout right here, right? Now, this wasn't my favorite stock to kind of trade because even though you entered on the breakout over here, it didn't really move much unless you
Yeah,
were
I don't know.
day trading it and swinging it.
Yeah, no, which I was trying to scalp because usually on Fridays I try to make just a quick move, and it was like an expensive contract for my account, so that's why I didn't want to hold too much. You know,
Okay.
but yeah, I think I was just like rushing.
So yeah, this wasn't like the best trade. And if you take a look, every time it got some volatility, volume would just die after. So when volume dies
Oh,
after, it's just showcasing that there's no commitment by either side.
That's pretty clear right there. Yeah.
All right, so that's something to pay attention to when when you're trading these stocks, especially when
Okay,
you're
exactly. I don't really know that stock, and I think maybe I got a little bit too confident because the last like 2 months has been like much better. You know, I barely have lost um, just a few trades, so I think maybe I just got a little bit too confident.
it's always something you could work on, man. At least you're reviewing the trade, and when you come back on Tuesday, focus on how you can improve. Understand what you did wrong here and implement it when you get back on Tuesday.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, man.
No problem. All right. Last question of the day. Anybody else? Going once.
If anyone doesn't want to, I'll take it, bro.
What's up?
I just want to see one trade that you took Friday or this week that you'd be willing to show me, bro.
The Tesla trade.
That was the okay, beauty.
I bet because I was in Texas the whole week.
Yeah.
So
All right, bro. No problem.
Let me see.
Yeah, I know you're on vacation and you only traded Friday, correct?
No, I traded a couple of days, but like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So how about this? Tomorrow I'll have another webinar with all you guys, right? And I'll do a trade recap because I didn't even start journaling. What I like to do on Friday and Saturday is just take a step back from the market, bro, because this shit is stressful. Like straight up, this shit is stressful. So I take a step back and I just spend time with my family, focus on other things besides trading, and come back tomorrow, review everything, see how it can improve, try to implement it for the following week. So while I'm journaling, I'm just gonna get on Zoom.
Hell yeah, bro. I like that idea. I'm down with that.
Guys, everybody, go spend some time with your family. Don't drink too much. Enjoy your weekend. Happy President's Day, guys. Later.
See you later, bro. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Tariq.